I'm Paul Vu and welcome to Magic 101, my free masterclass. In this video training series, I'm going to show you how you can quickly go from an average Joe to a professional magician without having to put in the years of practice that's required by most magicians. I'm going to reveal to you my best kept secrets that took me from a normal magician and catapulted me to a global magic sensation. Now, by watching this free magic masterclass, you're going to discover how you can perform easy tricks and get amazing reactions from your family, friends, or even a group of strangers every single time. Then, I'm going to reveal to you my unique style of magic, which I call direct magic, and show you why it's an absolute game changer for anyone wanting to become a master of modern magic. And if you stay until the end, you'll leave with an ace up your sleeve trick that will get you great reactions anytime, anywhere.
Oh, weird.
Why did you say? I don't understand.
Now, I'm guessing you're here because you absolutely love magic, so this probably isn't your first magic training video. The first thing I want to mention is that if you failed at magic in the past, it's definitely not your fault. There's a lot of information out there, especially for magic. I understand how magic can be confusing. Many times, information overload keeps you from finding the success in magic that you're after. And I want to reassure you that it's okay. If you've been concerned in the past that you can't just find success with magic, I want to finally put those fears to rest. You can do this. You just need the right person to explain it to you. If you've ever thought that the magic companies want you to fail, you're 100% right. Magic companies just want to sell you basic one-trick products that keep the money in their pockets. I know because I spent thousands of dollars on useless junk magic. And most of those YouTube teachers make poor quality tutorials because all they're concerned about is advertising revenue, and they don't have the credible experience to back up what they teach. The difference about me and what I'm about to teach you is that I actually care about your success, and I truly want to see you become an amazing magician. And I have the experience and success to actually back up what I teach. So that's what we're here for. I know you have a dream to bring joy to the world and make a positive impact on others, so I want to show you how you can do just that. Now, my goal for this video series is to help 3 types of people. For the beginner magicians, you'll discover the best way to rapidly progress as a magician, and you won't waste any time during the process. For the magician who picked up magic but stopped because you got frustrated or didn't have any time, you'll get the solution to make magic way easier and save you buttloads of time. And of course, for my more experienced magicians, I'm going to show you performance and presentation strategies that will radically and quickly improve your magic. Look, the only way you're going to exponentially grow as a magician is through performing what I like to call direct magic. And the only way to perform direct magic correctly is through the proven framework that I've created and refined over the last few years. Let's begin. Welcome to part 1, direct magic. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Paul Vu, and in this video training series, I'm taking my 10+ years of professional experience to fast track your success as a magician. Now, over the span of a year, I've made multiple viral videos, and in total, my street magic videos have generated over 2 billion hits online. Now, I've made multiple television appearances, including the Ellen DeGeneres show, where Ellen herself said my magic is amazing. Now, I'm going to be revealing to you my best kept, never before seen secrets that have allowed me to not only amaze celebrities like Ellen, but that also took me from being an average magician and turned me into a global magic sensation faster than any other magician out there. Now, I can fast track your success because I've done it myself. Now, before we begin, I want to share with you a story. When I first started learning magic, I actually used to think sleight of hand was everything. I actually prided myself on my diligence to learn complicated and difficult moves. Now, I was by no means the best at all, but like every other magician, I trained the old school way because that's how I'd been taught. I spent hours upon hours in my room trying to get down difficult tricks, but nothing really seemed to be sticking for me. Then one day, I was watching some magic videos online, and I noticed one thing that I never really noticed before. I searched all of the most, and I mean the most famous magicians, and none of them were actually sleight of hand artists. Think about it, some of the greatest magicians like Chris Angel and David Blaine, if you really think about the way they performed magic, they don't use difficult sleight of hand tricks whatsoever. David Blaine himself became famous for using classic tricks in his first ever street magic special. Isn't that fascinating? So I started to think to myself, if none of the truly successful magicians, and I mean magicians with over hundreds of millions of views, actually perform sleight of hand magic, was I focusing on the wrong things? I started to wonder if I was wasting my time practicing all this difficult, hard to master magic when maybe that wasn't the secret to actually becoming a wildly successful magician. A few days later, I remember going through some of my old magic books, and then it hit me. I had that aha moment that changed my entire life in magic. I read a concept by legendary close-up magician Tommy Wonder that describes the typical journey of a magician. I've simplified it for you to make it easy for you to understand. I call this the path to magic mastery. It looks like this. You see, the way magicians go through magic is exactly like the flow chart. New magicians get to magic and start with the most basic beginner tricks. Here, let's take a look at what Tommy Wonder said. It starts at the beginning, the most elementary ideas, proceeds through difficult and complex concepts to reach the extremely difficult magic, then slowly grows simpler and simpler until the students reach full mastery, which enables him once more to do magic in a simple manner. Mastery is achieved at the completion of the circle, finishing where you started. This is what happens to most aspiring magicians when they try magic. They pick it up, but when it gets difficult, they put it down. And honestly, it's not your fault if you're in that position, because it's the old school way of becoming a magician. I know this because I fell victim to it too, so I know exactly where you're coming from. Now, would you agree that going in a circle when trying to master magic doesn't really sound intuitive at all? Again, why should you spend years mastering difficult sleight of hand just so you can go back to square one and perform simple tricks? You see why this doesn't make any sense, right? And if none of the most successful magicians in the industry are actually utilizing difficult sleight of hand, then why should you continue to study it? It ultimately leads to wasted time and effort. Now, I truly wasn't seeing any success from it, and I'm sure you can relate to that. Now, here's the crazy thing. After I had that aha moment, my career radically changed. And it goes back to that old saying, if nothing goes right, go left. And the funny thing was that when I realized I didn't have to follow the same path as the other magicians, and when I eliminated sleight of hand and the traditional way of learning magic, that was when I fast-tracked my success as a magician. I was suddenly able to create viral street magic videos that have now generated over 2 billion hits online. And since that moment, I've made multiple television appearances. Isn't that crazy? Now you're probably thinking this, how does direct magic actually make mastering magic faster to master for you? And I'll go ahead and explain it to you. Do you remember the first part of the path to mastery? That was beginner tricks. So the first step is that you need to cut the basic beginner tricks and find the hardest hitting easy magic effects that deliver the best results with the least amount of effort. I'll actually be teaching you one of these tricks later in the video, so make sure to stick around, all right? Now the next step is that you need to completely cut out difficult sleight of hand. I mean 100% just completely get rid of it. This then allows you to go all in on performance technique, and finally, you reach complete mastery without having to go back to square one. Is this making sense so far? It makes becoming a magician way easier because you don't have to focus on difficult sleight of hand. You also save so much time because you're not spending years learning advanced concepts just so you can go back and use the same simple ones. Now, instead of a circle, the path becomes a straight line that looks like this. Now, it's pretty clear this new framework makes more sense, right? And I hope you see the value of learning magic in this way. Now, you might be thinking that these easy and hard-hitting tricks I'm about to teach you can't actually get amazing results. Well, the good news is that they actually can. In fact, I'll prove it to you. I'm gonna go to Hollywood Boulevard and Santa Monica Pier and show you just how powerful these tricks are on everyday people. Let's go. I have a mystery envelope.
Yes.
Can you set this in somewhere like hidden so I can't touch it? Maybe your waistband, yeah, in there. Lock it safe, right? I can't touch it, I can't get to it. Okay, we'll try this. We're gonna get to it a little later, okay? So go ahead, take the cards in your hand. Lift off less than half the cards.
Less than half.
And turn it face up on the deck. And lift off less than half the cards, a small packet, turn it face up, and put it on top. You got it?
She did it.
Okay?
Okay.
Now do it again. This time, more than half the cards. Lift up more than half the cards.
Do it this way?
Yeah, lift it up, and turn the whole thing over. Yeah. You got it?
Yeah, I did it. She did it.
So
Yep.
you turned over two packets, you put it back on top. You got
Yeah.
it? I'm turning back for the first time.
Okay.
Now look,
Yep.
if we use one of these cards, it'd be too obvious. Okay, look, you could have cut to any one of these, the jack, the 9, the 7, the queen, whatever one is. We're gonna use the face down card. I'm gonna show it to you, remember the card?
Yeah, I remember it.
All right, I'm gonna look away while I show it to the camera too, okay? Can you show it to the camera? You got it? Now look, I want you to put it back and shuffle the cards. Shuffle the cards. Yeah. Are you shuffling?
Yeah,
Okay, perfect. Look, I'll take the cards back when you're done. Now so far it's pretty free. You cut twice, anywhere you wanted to. You got a random card, you shuffle the cards. I usually don't let people shuffle the cards, but you did.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to guess your card.
Okay.
Look at me. Maybe. I feel like you would have gone for like a black card. Yeah, I think it's like a black card, it's like a low number card, like a spade, like a 2 of spades. You got the 2 of spades? Ace of spades, yeah? What is it, Queen of Hearts? Oh, weird.
Why do you say? I don't understand.
The Queen of Hearts?
Oh my god! I know.
But wait, the crazy thing is, remember we had a little mystery envelope?
Yeah.
Yeah, in your, it was actually a prediction, see? The whole entire time, open it up. Look, if that's also a card, that's also, show it.
Wow.
Card.
Oh god.
I actually knew what you were gonna do the whole entire time because that's the Queen of Hearts.
No.
Wasn't that girl's reaction amazing? You just saw firsthand how powerful direct magic tricks are. Now you're also probably thinking that there is no way that trick is actually easy to learn, and you're also probably thinking that there is no way you can learn that trick in just a few minutes. Well, right now I'm gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and just for you, I'm gonna show you how easy that trick actually is to learn and how you can master it in just a few minutes. Let's begin. All right, it's time to learn this amazing mind reading / prediction trick. Now first, I'm going to reveal the secret to you. Now this trick works 100% because we're using a card force. Yes, the spectator will always land on the Queen of Hearts, but the way in which we force a card is very deceptive and powerful, right? Practically self-working. So what you want to do is you want to hand a spectator an envelope and tell them they can't open this till the very end of the trick. The Queen of Hearts is inside, okay? You secretly prepare this beforehand. You have a Queen of Hearts on top of the deck. Now what you do is this. You're going to give the spectator very specific instructions, right? Just like so. So you hand them the deck and you say, I want you to lift off less than half the cards. They'll do so. They'll probably get like 5 or 10 cards, okay? Then you tell them to turn over the entire packet. They will. And you tell them to place it on top, right? Now so far they've made a free cut. You're going to tell them to do the same thing. You tell them this time lift more than half the cards up. They're going to do so like that. Again, tell them to turn the whole entire packet face up. They're going to turn the whole entire packet over and tell them to place it down, okay? Then you say this, because they're going to think they cut to this card, but you're going to say this. Now, look, you could have cut to any one of these cards, right? Which is true, they could have cut to any one of these cards. But we're not going to use one of the face-up cards, we'll use the next face-down card. And as you can see, it's the forced Queen of Hearts, okay? So let me explain to you where the Queen of Hearts is going. Lift off half, turn it face up, Queen of Hearts is right here, right? Boom. Lift off more than half, turn it face up, and the Queen of Hearts is the next face down card. Pretty clever, right? So the spectator gets the Queen of Hearts. You say that they could have picked any one of these cards, but you ask them to remember the first face down card. At this point, you're looking away and they're remembering the card. Now here's the red herring. You tell them, you know what, I usually don't do this. Take all of the cards and mix them up. Now they're gonna shuffle up as much as they want, and you're pretty much in the gold. From here, it's all presentation. All you need to do is take the cards, look through the deck, and mime as if you're taking out their card, as if you're deciphering which card is theirs. You want to make it look difficult, but of course you have a lot of fun here. You can do whatever you want. I like to actually just miscall the card. For example, I say your card was a black card, a spade, I think it was a low number card. In actuality, their card was a Queen of Hearts. But you tell them, you verify, you say, you know what, I think your card is the 6 of spades. They say no. Then you say, well, that's good because it's actually the Queen of Hearts. They'll react and they'll go nuts at this point because it feels so fair and impossible, right? Now, the crazy thing is this, you also have a kicker ending. You say, look, remember you had that envelope, right? Why don't you take it out, open it up. I actually made a prediction beforehand of what will happen. Now, if this is a matching card, that would be a miracle. And boom, look. They see the Queen of Hearts and the Queen of Hearts here, and they are going to go crazy. That's how you do that awesome mind reading and prediction effect. Super easy, right? Congratulations, you were probably able to master that trick in just one watch through. You can see how this process isn't difficult at all, right? That's the beauty of direct magic. It doesn't require hours and hours of struggling to learn hard tricks. So now I've shown you why direct magic works and why it's the better way to master modern magic. You've seen how easy it is to master this type of magic, and you literally got the trick I showed you down in minutes. But here's the thing, I need to tell you the truth. As strong as the trick is and as powerful as direct magic can be, great magic isn't just about the trick. It actually revolves around the performance techniques. If we go back to the path of mastery, the next step is how to perform a trick. You see, everyone would be successful as a magician if they could just do easy tricks. What is going to truly set you apart from other magicians is your ability to perform. And the best part is that in video 2, I'm going to show you a secret that will change the way you perform magic forever. I'm going to reveal to you my #1 underground performance hack that will leave your audiences amazed from start to finish. Then I will reveal to you another trick that is an absolute jaw dropper. So you don't want to miss out on that video. Now, a quick question before we end today's training. How relieving is it to know that you were able to get down an easy, hard-hitting trick that you can use time and time again to blow any audience's mind? I would love it if you could comment your answer to that question down below. Doing so will make sure you're locked in to receive the next training video. Now remember, I read every single comment. Thanks for watching. If you want to stay up to date on the next video, make sure you click the link in the description. All right? Keep believing in magic. I will see you guys in the next video.